Esmond here for Winners and Whiners, trying to make you, in this case, a better NCAA football college better. Wow, last week, a lot of huge spreads covered. I went over them on last week, and there was just a ton. Now, look, first week, you might as well call it cupcake week for the big programs. They all schedule somebody who sucks, and they use it as tune-up for their... I guess Clemson should have done that. Boy, Clemson going down to Duke. Bad. Ugh. 28-7. One touchdown. That's terrible. Anyway, last week, a lot of big spreads covered. When that happens, and a lot of the money was shorting the spreads. So the books got hurt by big spreads last week. Sometimes that causes a reaction. Sometimes it doesn't. It takes sometimes a while for the books to catch up. But here's some big spreads this week. Georgia at Ball State, Georgia minus 43. UNLV at Michigan, Michigan minus 36.5. Kent State, Arkansas, Arkansas minus 37.5. Tulsa at Washington, Huskies minus 34.5. Florida State, Southern Miss, Florida State minus 30. Okay. All those teams, Michigan, Georgia, Arkansas, Washington Huskies, man, they all look, Florida State Seminoles, they all look so good that, you know what, not touching them. But there are some high spread opportunities that I want to point out. Stanford is plus 29 at USC. USC has scored a lot of points, but they let San Jose State run the ball down their throat and score 28 points, and they ended up not covering a 27.5 point spread. Now the books are hanging 29 on Stanford. Stanford just beat Hawaii 37-24. They were a 3.5 point dog in that game at Hawaii. Now they get to come home. And, USC doesn't play much defense. It's the same knock on that coach as, Riley coming out of Oklahoma. Yeah, great offense. Well, light it up. Yeah, they can't play defense. So I am heavily leaning towards Stanford in the plus 29 in that game. And then you've got Eastern Michigan University. Oh, by the way, the coach at Stanford took a program at Sacramento State, which sucks. I know, my grandfather helped found that college. I followed Sacramento State football my whole life. I don't remember them winning more than 3 games. I just stopped paying attention. This guy made them co-champions of the league. He's coach of the year in that league 3 times. Now he goes over to Stanford. He's got bigger, better toys to play with. This guy knows how to coach some football. I'd look out for him. All right, Eastern Michigan University, they are playing Minnesota. It's Minnesota minus 21.5. Now, Minnesota scored all of 13 points in their first game. They won 13-10 against Nebraska. Okay, they get Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State beat Howard 33-23. Okay, Howard sucks. Might as well, be Sister Mary's School of Typing. But 33 points. Minnesota, 28 points in this game, maybe 31. I mean, their offense looked putrid against Nebraska. Nebraska's not very good. So that's a high spread game where, it's EMU against Minnesota, not Middle Tennessee State. EMU can score some points. Look, if EMU scores 13 points and Minnesota scores 34, you cover. So I like EMU there plus the points, minus 20, plus 21.5. And then you've got, let me get this straight, Middle Tennessee State against Missouri. Middle Tennessee State beat Howard 33-23. Missouri 35. I'm sorry, Middle Tennessee State. I'm reading the wrong column. Sorry, folks. Middle Tennessee State lost 56-7 against Bama. Missouri won 35-10 over San Diego State. Middle Tennessee State is not that terrible. So, again, a high spread opportunity, 21 points. I'm going to take a run at that. So let me just run this down again and get it straight for you. Middle Tennessee State plus 21 at Missouri. EMU plus 21.5, Minnesota. Stanford plus 29, USC. Those are 3 high spread games I like. And just to throw in a couple of extra picks here, Auburn at Cal. Auburn's not all that yet. California is better than they have been. Auburn's going to Cal. It's a weird trip for them. Cal gets 6.5. I like California there. And then SMU at Oklahoma. They're catching 15.5. SMU is going to score some points. Oklahoma still doesn't play defense. And Oklahoma might score 40, but SMU might score 35. So there you go. Cal plus 6.5, SMU plus 15.5. Couple of bonus picks. Here from Loud Esmond at Winners and Winers, trying to make you a better.